Whenever I'm planning a shoot, I always like to make sure that I fill the frame with the image. So if I'm doing a headshot, I want to be taking up a minimum of a third of the frame. And the reason I do this is because I hate wasting pixels. And what I mean by this is the resolution of your image is going to be influenced by the amount of area that you fill the frame with your model that you're shooting. So here's a full-length image. Again, I've filled a third of the frame. Now, a lot of photographers might shoot loose, where they'll shoot a full length and then try and grab a 3/4 shot out of the full length shot or crop in for a headshot. The reason I don't like to do this is if I was to crop right in on this full length image and try and take a headshot out of this, and you can see here as I'm zooming in, the resolution isn't as fantastic as it would have been if I shot for the headshot. So if I take the headshot from here and I then compare that to another image where I've shot full frame, you can see a huge difference in the resolution between the two images. The image on the right, you can see that that's where I've cropped from a full-length shot, and it's roughly less than 10% of the frame that makes up this crop, and you can see that there isn't a lot of detail. It loses sharpness. You get a much poorer quality image. The image on the left is where I've taken a headshot and I've filled the frame with the headshot. The head of the person that I'm photographing takes up a third of the frame, and you can see a huge difference in the amount of detail that you're going to get in the image. So if you want better quality in your images, make sure you think about what you're going to be using the image for and really focus on filling the frame. Don't waste pixels. Let's have a look at another real life example here, and I'll break it down further. We've got a lot of empty space going on in this image, and I think that Gustavo, you probably did plan on having this as a kind of a 3/4 shot here with your baby, so if we have a look at the overlay here, you can see that here's the actual usable section, and as we go into the final crop, we can see that it's even smaller. So when you're going with using the file in this way, you're actually throwing away a lot of resolution here. So if we break it down, you can have a look that the file size you're working with is 6,000 pixels on the long side by 4,000 pixels on the short side. Now your image here, effectively you're only using 25% or a quarter of the image, and if you break that down, like I could fit that image 4 times into that larger file size that you've got. So what you're ending up with is a final image size when we crop down of 1,500 pixels by 1,000 pixels. So you've thrown away quite a lot. So I want you to think about that in the future and for all your shoots, and really think about filling the frame so that you're not losing so much resolution, and you're going to be able to crop in a lot further if you wanted to, and really get a lot more out of your image.